You ever wonder what's real and what's just smoke in the wind? Down here in Texas, we've heard the whispers. They say a president fell in Dallas and the truth got buried with him. They say men walked on the moon, but some folks swear it was all lights and cameras. There's talk of secret deals in desert towns of flying saucers hiding where the tumbleweeds roll. They say the truth is out there, but out here under these white Texas skies, we know the truth ain't free. It's locked up tight behind steel doors and silver tongues. So saddle up, 'cause tonight we're diving deep. Dust on the highway, neon signs glow, stories in the shadows that nobody knows. From the oil fields to the old ghost towns, truth rides the wind, but it never slows down. Deep dive facts, where the shadows talk back. In the heart of Texas, truth rides the cracks. Dig through the dirt, past the lines and the tracks. We're chasing down secrets. Deep dive facts. They talk about.
Well, just pop back up high.
I was taking my shoes off.
This is Sherry in the box.
Ta-da.
Well, here we are. We've been gone for a while. You know what, Sherry, I can't play like our Beyond the Box thing or nothing anymore because it was all in my other tower. This one, because I left the email that Randy sent me, that's why I still have this one. I retrieved it out of the email.
I was singing along. I like the song.
So we had a lot of things going on. How have you been, Sherry?
Well, I've been dealing with weather whiplash here to where it's like we were back down in the 40s and then it getting warm. So this morning it was nice and sunny. I decided to wear shorts to maybe go for a hike later after a workout. And I come out and it's cold. It's raining. I'm freezing. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Our weather's been doing that too. I really think that Texas needs to pride itself on the fact that we have summer and we have winter. And then we have bipolar.
Yeah.
Because
bipolar.
We've been up and down, up and down. It's raining, then it's not. Then it's cold and it's raining. And then we have a couple days where it's 81, 85, and then it drops back down to 60 again. So
wow.
It really sucks.
Well, but people up here are just like, well, it's normal. I'm like, no, it's not. Not at this time of year.
No, it's not. It's
whatever.
Not. Really. But so I've had a couple things going on. I had to go into the doctor. I thought I had a really bad bladder infection, and I did, but they found a hard quarter size is what they said it was, a hard quarter size tumor in my bladder.
Oh no.
Well, at first they turned around. The doctor that I had talked to, not mine, said that it was benign, didn't have to worry about it. Well, then I got the test results, which confused me. And my test results said that it is a stage 3 abnormal.
Oh no.
So my doctor was off all week last week because he was working in the hospital. So he's supposed to be getting a hold of me this week, and they got to set me up an appointment to go in to try and see what we're going to do. Because I know that we had discussed, it had been discussed before that they would be afraid to do surgery to take it out because, well, they could mess up my bladder. I could lose my whole bladder.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good.
Well, no, because then they run tubes up you and into your lines where your kidneys are, and you just have tubes. I mean,
Yeah, in a bag.
Kiki, hello, welcome to the show. How are you, Kiki?
Yeah, she hasn't been on in a while.
She's getting big. Kiki.
She's on the table.
Woohoo. Hi, Kiki. What are you getting, mommy's food?
She's looking for something because I
It's like,
did have
yeah.
something that flopped on the floor, so she smelt it. She
Oh,
got a
geez.
bone. I gave her a bone, but she's a scrounge hound.
Well, Chad's not here yet. I don't know if he overslept or forgot or he had to go somewhere. I know I talked to him the other day, and he, I know I told him we were going to go live Tuesday, and then probably Tuesday, Thursday, and maybe Saturday. So that way we can do the shows that we were planning to, because I know he wants to still do that show on the Shroud. What is it?
Shroud of Turin.
Yes. And then he wants to, we want to do a show on these missing scientists.
Yes, he sent me a bunch of stuff, and I went through that. I was like, wow, that's what's been going on lately too. Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, very interesting, because they all had something to do with top secret stuff for either bases or NASA, different things like that. So I hear that it's a pretty touchy situation, like depending on what you find. And knowing Chad, he will dig so deep, he'll be able to pull a toothpick out of somebody's ass. So,
He sent me a lot. He sent me a lot of stuff, so I played catch up and
yeah,
went through them all and was like, oh, it kind of reminds me of something that happened. Let's see, 2016, 17. There was a lot of holistic doctors.
yes,
There
I
was like
remember that.
176, I think.
Yes, I remember that. Hi, Juan.
Yep.
I do. I remember that when they were coming up missing or died, or,
Yeah.
and it seems to me that every time you get people in certain positions, it's like if people don't want anybody to know things, then all of a sudden these people disappear,
Right.
or something happens to them. And it's kind of obvious nowadays, because see, before all you had to go by was with what the news told you, or a newspaper, that's all you had. But now you have the internet, you have people talking about it all over the place, so it looks too obvious now. Okay,
Right.
so we all sit there and say, what did our government do now?
Right. And people are more aware. I mean, more awake, more aware. Before, everyone was just like, whatever, I don't believe in that. It's conspiracy. And it's like, no, it's more factual now. And people can get on the internet and pull up data, and plus now you got the I don't even use any of that
Chat
stuff.
GPT.
Yeah, Grok and all the other kind of AI systems that can go and search the web.
I really kind of love the questions that some people ask that GPT.
Yeah.
And I still kind of have a problem with that, because it is programmed by, well, our government.
They all are.
So does it only give you answers that they want you to have, or is it giving you actual answers?
Oh, from what my understanding is, like, one of them they go through the web. So whatever people put on the internet, and it doesn't matter if it's you and I talking, or if it's someone chatting or email, whatever goes in there, it reads all of that data. But I'm pretty sure that they also have Because there's a gal that talks. I think you might have seen her too. That talks to her. She named it, and it's supposed to only do metaphysical stuff or whatever.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But it can't. She says it gets blocked too.
Yeah.
So, or like when Chad was fighting with his.
I yell at mine. It yells back.
I don't do that. I got enough problem with people. I don't need to fight with I don't know, whatever.
I'm not doing this tonight, GPT. You get me?
Yeah, I'm not going to go fight with a non-intelligent, something that's not created by source.
Yes, and you call it a liar. That's
Yeah.
it. You're lying. I know you're lying to me.
Yep. But I mean, I know people use it, and then kids use it for cheating. They use it for cheating in college. They use it for school. So they're not thinking. Oh yeah, they just. My sister's a teacher, so she catches the kids. They got their watches and they've got their phone. And they got or they have them write their papers. So kids aren't learning now; they're just learning how to finagle to get a good grade. And
yeah, we didn't have that when we were kids. We had to actually do our homework. We had to study. We had to put our nose in a book.
Or you had the kids that had the long sleeves that had it written all the way up and down.
You keep looking at your hand.
Getting lead poisoning at the same time, but
why not? Who cares? I'm going to pass this test. I don't care if I have lead poisoning. It's okay.
Yep.
So I got Putin a new bed.
Aw.
I had to. Tucker had a fit on his old one. But so I got him this new bed, and the minute I put it down, he jumped in.
Aww.
And it's one that has like a blanket that's built into it.
So those tuck-in ones. I've seen those.
Yeah.
Those are cute.
And he and he's in it always. The only time he's not is if I move it to the foot of my bed, because I keep it on the bed now so Tucker can't get it. So if I move it to the foot of the bed, because I'm going to get in the bed, then he's on me. He doesn't care about the bed then. But if I'm not in that bed, he's in it. Snoring away, snuggled up, just having him a good old time.
Oh, that's cute. If I gave one to Kiki, she'd tear it up. She would shred it. It would be no more. She's shredded all the beds I bought her. Here she comes.
She's like, did you call me?
Yeah, she's a shredder. She's trying to chew her big bone up here too.
Oh, she dragged her bone up there in the chair?
It's a big one.
Oh, Kiki, we're doing a show. We're not eating.
Yeah, she wants to.
She's like, yeah, if you say so. She doesn't care.
No, she just wants to lay by me. She sits with me in the chair on the porch and sleeps next to, same thing like Putin. She's just bigger than him. She wasn't supposed to be that big.
I know, right? They said she was going to be small.
Yeah, she was only 5 pounds. I used to carry her around in my hand. I mean, she was just a tiny little thing. But
what? Oh, that was the neighbor. It's okay. He just came in. Mr. He hears everything. All I've been doing lately is I've been dealing with the stuff from the doctor, and then I've been hanging out with Abe and them and watching PRT, sometimes falling asleep. My sleeping schedule has been so messed up. Glenn and I were off for a bunch of things, off on the Day Show, the Daily Gazette, and then off this week because he's on vacation. His wife made him take a vacation. They are down in North Carolina.
Oh, wow.
So that's where they're at, and they're having fun. Hi, Brent. Did you say hi to Brent, Kiki?
Yeah.
Brent, Kiki says hi. Yeah, I know. Where you been, Brent? That's what Kiki's talking to you.
She's like, we haven't done this in a long time either, and she's getting all snipey. Yeah,
she's like, oh boy,
she wants food. Well, and then I work I'm working part-time.
Oh,
And
yeah.
so,
So now when you're home, she wants your undivided attention.
yeah. Or yeah, she's been doing it when I get a phone call now, barking at me. I'm like, are you kidding me? I don't get many.
They rule us. Do you not know that?
Yeah.
Somebody told these little pea brain dogs that they are the masters and they
Yeah.
rule mommies. And
And she
that's, yeah.
does. She does it when my boys try to come and talk to me. She gets up there and nips at them and pushes them away. And it's like, no.
Well, I'm curious to see what Chad has on that Shroud of Torah because I haven't gotten a lot from him on that, but he's been doing the research on it. So, and he's had quite a bit of time to go through it, and then he's been looking at other things. And like I said, we've been looking at these the missing scientists and the ones that have passed away. It's probably going to be something that I'm going to get emails about. I will tell you that, but I don't care because it's too much of a coincidence, and I don't believe in those, that all of a sudden all of these high-tech scientists. But then again, are they really?
Yeah.
Are they really?
I mean, yeah.
Is
Yeah.
it
It could be, it seems like right now, or has been, is that everything that people are figuring out or discovering, they got like a bunch of stuff that they just take and throw at you and then freak you out. And then they got something else over here that they're like, oh, people are digging. Let's throw this at them. So they're just
yeah.
like throwing so
Yeah,
much
yeah,
stuff
yeah.
that a lot of people can't keep straight. Like you and I and Chad and other people that are aware or in the know are just like, okay, another another thing coming at you, watch out. But then there's those poor people that are clueless and they can't get their head wrapped around. They're having anxiety, they're freaking out, they're in fear. And then you got the gas going up now, and you got the food
Yeah.
again, and you got, so it's, I don't know.
So they got to throw things out there for everybody else to look at. So it's that same scenario. Look over here, not over there.
Yeah.
Brent
This
says
time
that
it's
his
like you got to dig through everything.
Brent said his dog went underneath his chair because they have bad weather. It's his new spot. My dogs,
Aw.
when we get thunder and stuff like that, oh my God, they fiercely bark like somebody's trying to break in the house, and
She
they're trying to
doesn't.
kill them.
She's not afraid. She just sits there with me and watches it.
Yeah, mine are just mine want to kill it. I'm like, I can't do anything about it. And they're looking at me like, shut it up. Yeah, well,
Yeah, when it thunders really loud, she barks at it too. She
yeah.
does. It's like I can't. Believe me, if I could change a lot of things, I would have done it by now.
Right. Right. What is wrong with you? That's what they want to know. What's
I'd have
going
you train
on?
better. I'd have you train so much better.
You'd be going and retrieving drinks out of the fridge.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh,
Make my bed.
Chad. Where's Chad? Oh,
I don't know. I texted him too and said we were going live. So
he probably took a nap and passed out.
yeah.
Let's see. Have we tried the CBD treats? Oh, no. I haven't. You know what? I have one dog that is totally mentally Riri, and then I have Putin, who sleeps all the time anyway, so I would be afraid to give him to them. God only knows what that stuff would do to my Tucker.
I used to give him to Miko, my lab. I would give him to her. She liked him. It helped.
Did it mellow him out?
Well, she was already mellow anyways. So, I mean, she's a lab. She was one of the mellow labs kind of. But yeah, it did. I don't know. I don't know. Kiki might want more. She might. She's just not the dog I expected. Let's put it that way.
But she's there now, so you have to love her.
Yes, I do. I do. And then when she's cute, but then when she does she does bad things, I'm right there. She'll do it now. And it's like, I can see, I'm right next to you. Why are you doing this? Makes me want to not have you.
Well, that's just her way of saying, "Hey, hey, pay attention. I know you're right here, but you're not paying attention to me. Pay attention." But
Yeah.
now, my other dog, okay, he's got skin allergies. He has anxiety. God forbid, I can't take him anywhere. He barely knows how to act at home. He doesn't know how to act in public at
And
all.
Tucker.
Yes, the only place Tucker goes is to the vet, and that's it. He can't ride in the car. He's horrible in the car. My other one, thank God he's good in the car, but I have to hold him up so he can see everything
Yeah.
because he's gotta know what we're doing.
Yeah. No,
Always.
she used to go in the car. She's now terrified of the car. I mean, I thought I could take her to the dog park. I see people out with their dogs and doing things like I used to with my other dog. No, not her. She just,
Yeah, I'd be afraid if I gave him though. See, what we used to do for Tucker, and they told us give him like a half a Benadryl at night so that he's not itchy and he goes to sleep because he's allergic to everything. So there's not really anything we can give him to stop the allergy.
and Benadryl, yeah.
So we would do that. But after about doing that every night for him to go to sleep, after about a month, he started acting really weird, like it
Oh,
was
really?
messing with his head. So we had to stop giving it to him. Yeah. But I
Yeah.
mean, you can't, if I go in the kitchen and I'm either doing the dishes or cooking, he's fine. But if Jack goes in the kitchen, he's doing dishes or he's cooking, the dog cowers. He cowers down and he shakes and he goes all over the place and he doesn't know what to do. He tries to fit his big butt in the chair with me and that doesn't work.
Aw.
And I don't know why he does that. It's just the weirdest thing ever. I've never in my life seen somebody, seen a dog act like that, but he does. And so I'm just he is a good dog. He really is. He's well housebroken. He's a very good dog, but he just has some problems. He's got some issues.
Just got some issues. Deep issues.
I've seen it one. I've gone to Spaced Out Radio. I also do, yeah. I used to go in there all the time in the chat. Um, I haven't been lately because usually at that time of night, Abe's on, or I'm catching PRT, the last of PRT, the end of it, or I'm always doing something else. But sometimes when I'm up late at night, then yeah, I go into there. Yeah, they do have some really interesting topics. Um,
Yeah, I've been there. I had to think about that for a second.
yeah, I had to too because when he first put it up there, I was like, wait a minute, I know that name.
I do too. I mean, I'm subscribed to them, but I haven't really been watching too much YouTube.
Yeah, I subscribe to them. And other than PRT or Abe's channel, I haven't really been watching much of anything. One of the ones that I was watching and subscribed to, I've been blocked on it again, so I don't even go over there anymore. So, but yeah, it's just been I've been pretty quiet. Been watching a lot of Netflix and chill.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing. Been
Yeah.
pretty quiet around here, which
I
is okay.
Yeah, I haven't. Well, I've been, like I said, part time working. Then I come home, I kind of journal, working on emotions that have been locked up for a long time
Yeah.
because of what happened to me last summer. It sounds like a movie.
I know what happened to you last summer.
Yeah. So some
Yeah, I
other.
watch Coley over there too. I'm actually a mod in her chat. She's a mod in this one too. Um, I haven't been able to catch her lately because, like I said, my sleep schedules. I've been getting up at like 5 in the morning, then I stay up till about 9, and then for some reason I will sleep until God only knows 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Then I get up for a couple hours and I go right back to sleep until midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
I don't even know what's been going on. I've just been, I don't know.
Well, sometimes you need a break. I mean, you really do. With all the stuff that is going on out there, real or not real, you got to use discernment. That's what I've been working on too, is like trying to meditate and get the feeling and emotions back of discernment. I used to have really good discernment years ago, and then something I got hit sideways, knocked down, and then ended up here, and then was like, what the hell happened to me? And what's going on? And working on myself and doing better. And then last summer it was like, dang. But sometimes when you ask God, you need the answer. Sometimes I guess it must be my stubborn self, is you got to be put through it again in order to
Yeah.
get that
Yeah.
painful moment, and then work for, I don't know, 8 months, like I have 9,
Yeah.
to get back to where, and it's like, all right, so I write about it a lot. Maybe one day
Well,
it might be a book or a story of like, you know.
I figured out a few things. Okay. There's this thing where God takes you away from some of your endeavors and things that you're doing. Hello, Abe. Um, and takes people out of your life for a reason. Okay, maybe you were put in that person's life to help solve a problem or deal with some stuff. And then, so I think that I was basically put there to help deal with something, and then I wasn't needed anymore. So the separation of the people that I have separated with apparently was for a good reason.
Right.
I've been by myself. And like I said, I've been hanging out with Abe and doing some shows over there with them, getting on the panel or staying in the chat. You know how I do. But other than that, I've been kind of staying away from everybody, people right now. I just, and I'm content, which is odd for me because I used to be such a people person and a busy bee, and I was always off doing everything and was never home. I came home long enough to take a shower, take a 3-hour nap, and go and leave again. That was it. I was always gone. But the solitude that I get now, for some reason, is humbling, and
Yeah.
it's nice. I like
You're not
it.
you're not carrying other people's drama.
Yeah,
That's like
yeah,
energy yuck all over you, and having them energy vampires sucking your life force out of you, and you're feeling drained, and
yeah,
just all the stuff,
yep,
the shenanigans. It's a good healing.
yeah.
It's good to.
And with what I have going on with me right now, it's been a lot of quiet time, uh, a lot of time to speak to the Father, a lot of time to reflect on things and put some things in perspective. So, it's been pretty good. I've actually enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So doesn't bother me. Sometimes even I will get a phone call, and if I'm not in the mood to talk, I won't even answer my phone. I'm just like, not today. Not today. Today's my quiet day. And then I get some people that will just call me and call me and call me and call me and bust up my phone and call me and call me, call me, call me. And I'm just like, no, I'm not in the mood. If I
Right.
haven't answered you all day, I'm probably not going to answer you tonight.
See, my phone doesn't
Just
really
saying.
ring. It doesn't really ring that much. I got like 2 people pretty much call me, and that's it. So I'm
Well,
like,
I mean, if it's you or if it's Chad, then yeah, because we
yeah,
gotta know what's going on with each other, just in case. But I mean, I have an old friend who lives in another state, and his wife had passed away, and he ended up going to jail for a fight with somebody. And while he's in jail, I end up finding out that his youngest son took his own life over a girl.
Oh no.
Well, I figured somebody might have contacted him while he was in jail. And apparently they didn't. So here it is, 8 months down the line, he calls me.
Wow.
And that's good. Abe needs rest too. He had a problem with his leg when he was moving. He hurt himself.
Oh no.
And yeah. So, but anyway, so when he gets out, he calls me, and I'm like, "Hey," and he says, how are you doing? I said, "I'm okay. What are you doing?" He said, "Well, I'm out." I said, "Okay." I said, "Did by any chance has anybody talked to you about Gavin?" And he says, "No. What do you mean? What's wrong with Gavin?" And I had to be the one to tell him.
Oh jeez.
And I'm like, "Oh God," I was just really, and I didn't even know how, because it's his youngest, and he took it okay. It took him a day or two for it to set in. And then he
Right.
called me after it had set in. Because, something like that, I guess, kind of shocks you.
Yeah.
It
does.
it does. And some people deal with it differently. Some people will be upset right away over it. But then some people, it might take a day or so to set in.
I'm a person that goes into shock. It takes me a couple of days for it to sink in of, that when I've lost friends
Yeah.
and stuff, I'm like, nah,
Oh no. That's a bad place, Abe. Abe, you want to come up and talk with us? You can if you want to. I can stick a link in the chat if you want to come up. We're just hee-hawing and talking right now tonight. We couldn't get a hold of Chad, but we're going to be doing shows probably Thursday night. I want to do the Shroud of Torah on Thursday night, and then on what is it, Saturday night, we'll start digging into those scientists that have been missing.
Yeah.
Because that's
Yeah.
going to be a big sticky thing, and I know that right now Chad's trying to get as much information as possible on them. I know that more and more as it goes along, more and more people are finding out more stuff about it, but it's sad. But like I said, I don't believe in coincidences, and it is like what you were saying years ago when they had all the
holistic
natural
doctors.
the holistic doctors were dying or being robbed and killed or missing
or suiciding them. So unalive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, there was like 176. It was like, gosh, is this ever gonna end? But
and now I also want to find out, because all of a sudden all this talk stopped about Nancy Guthrie. They said somebody had said that they found out who had something to do with it, who it was that did this with her, and I guess they killed her, and I don't know, but everybody stopped talking about it after they moved from doing all of the screening from in front of her house and going around her house and around the area. Then all of a sudden it just like stopped. We have a suspect. No, we don't have a suspect. And now they say they know who it is that did it. Well, okay, you've hyped this up this whole entire time and you're not going to tell us anything. Really?
Caught you to watch one and not know what's going on over here.
That's right. Yeah, they're going to sit over here and worry about this while we're doing this over here and screwing everything up.
It's kind of like that, No, it's just
They get taken out because no too many. Yeah, yeah, and they're afraid that somebody's going to say something, um, and so they take it out. They don't even give them the opportunity whether they're going to say anything or not. Oh well, we just don't trust this person. They got too much information, because that's what happens. And you know what that does? Uh-oh, I just lost my earpiece. You know what that does? That makes people really not want to get high-paying government jobs. So they end up with a bunch of losers that are, really don't know what they're doing. Because people who have intelligence do not want to work for our intelligence because they're afraid that something's going to happen to them.
yeah, nowadays. Well, like a lot of, scientists, they don't even know what they're scientists. And if they're given a bunch of money, funding, and a project, they don't know, they're compartmentalized too. They don't know like what's going on because it's like, yay, I get to do. And they've been found, they go in and they find them at ITT Tech. They go into the colleges. They look at their, testings or whatever they're doing. So they're called scouts, and so when you get out of college or whatever, because if you're really smart and intelligent, you get watched. We know that.
Yeah.
And then you get picked, but you get picked sweetly. Like, hey, look at this job offer. Would you
I
like to work
know.
here? Da, 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 da.
We'll give you so much.
Right. And they get in there and, they're busting their groove and they're excited and they're focused. And then all of a sudden, maybe they start to come aware of like, hey, wait a minute, what am I doing? What am I a part of?
Abe says it's kind of like a gang. The only way out is death. Well,
Right.
yeah.
That's a good analogy. I like
At
that.
least
Thanks,
at
Abe.
least they get paid well until then. And I
Right.
wouldn't be surprised if they didn't have like a healthy life insurance policy so that the family doesn't have to ever work again.
Yeah, but some of them
You know?
lost their families too. Or like I know one, there was a
True.
little girl that answered the door and then their dad came up and then they heard pow 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 and then now the little girl's traumatized. So, I mean, even if the families don't go, which I heard that there was a couple of families that went along with them and you got traumatized families and people too,
Yeah.
which is another nefarious kind of way to leave them and the Lushing, the entities and all that get to fester off from it. It's not just people, you're dealing with principalities too. So
Yeah.
it's a big hodgepodge.
They forgot to read the fine small print. Yeah, right? We can take you out anytime we feel like it. That's in the very small print.
It's like
we
reading.
feel your time is up. Wait, you signed that contract.
Yeah, because
They
they
just
know
say.
that people don't want to read all of that. They just sign. Just like there was a lady on an insurance policies, that you read or whatever, but it was so much small. She read everything, and she found within it like this number to call, and she won money from it because they
What?
knew that nobody would read this stuff. Yeah, this was years ago, and she's like, she won a lot of money too because they knew no one would read it. And it's like, or like our cell phones, they tell you not to put the phone up to your head. It's in print.
Yes, it is.
Because you can get brain cancer and you're nuking your head and stuff. But nobody, to keep it on
Nobody
the
reads it.
earbud or, below your heart and use the speakerphone and stuff.
Yep.
I mean, I logically figured that
I
out.
always answer mine. I answer mine on speakerphone. I talk with it on speakerphone. Every once in a while, I may plug in my headset, but I don't. And
okay.
I don't use wireless because of the technology
and
I don't use
too. It's like
I don't use wireless. It's why everything I have is wired, including my headset, my headphones, everything. I don't use wireless, nothing.
I knew that before they had those, I got hearing aids, and the dumb thing is they were trying to push all the hearing into one ear, and I am sensitive to energy, and I could feel the energy going over my head, and it was
Right.
making me sick, and I'm like, this is not right. And then like
Yep.
with the cell phones, my son's great uncle, great man, just a kind, compassionate guy, and became like a Buddhist in a way, following the Dalai Lama and traveling all over, backpacking everywhere. And he had the cell phone, and he got brain cancer. and I was like, I bet you it's because he walked around with the phone up to his head. And this was in the 90s, I think, or no, not 90s, early 2000s when this happened. I'm like, I bet you. But now, jump forward, they got doctors with MRIs proving that
Yep.
this happens. But I figured it out then. But the cell phone's got it covered. I mean, they just, got the tiny print.
Abe said Bugs Bunny did it. What's up, Doc? Yeah,
Right.
I liked in those cartoons when they had Bugs Bunny like answering a phone, like a cell phone. We didn't even have cell phones yet.
Yeah.
Hey, he must have got
Reprogramming.
that from Star Wars. I mean, Star Trek.
Was it not pre-programming? What is it? I don't even know. See,
Yeah.
I would get bored with everything, so I never got like pre-programmed or whatever, because
Pre-programmed.
you couldn't hold my attention. Like, cartoons, they were funny, but I could see into what the propaganda of the cartoons were. And then that's how I managed like my trauma and stuff. I would put everything into cartoons
Kiki,
in my head.
are we not talking to you, Kiki?
Chew your
Oh.
bone.
What? Yeah. Okay.
I can make you leave the room. I have the baby gate, so I can stick her on the other side of the baby gate, and then she lays there and looks at me.
You're going to be banished from your room, Kiki. You
Yeah.
better be good.
Well, her dad's a husky, and huskies boop each other.
Yeah.
Like they push with the nose. So she gets angry, and then she'll go around. She just hit my one chair, but she'll go around in objects and boop it all, try to get my attention. Like, look at me. She does it with the toilet paper roll. If it's on the side of the tub, she'll smack it into the tub.
They were working on different things. Each one of them had different things. Like some of them worked for the government. Some of them worked for NASA. Some of them worked for just different things. They were all doing different things for different government things and places.
Different
So
departments.
yeah, so they were all working different things. Like one of them had, what is it that they said? One of them was working on some kind of matter. One of them was working on some kind of time thing. Another one was working on some fuel ejection stuff or something that would cause things to run that wouldn't use fuel, and we wouldn't need oil in the future. So yeah, that one was, they got rid of him quick. It's kind of like the guy who invented the engine for a car that ran off of water.
Yeah, he was from Michigan. Yep, he had the water car. Yep.
He disappeared. So did all his research.
Yep.
So there was 12 of them, I believe. I think 12 who they could come up with a few more. Plus, what was his name? David
Wilcox.
Yes. Plus David Wilcox. And he knew about all of this stuff.
Of course. I used to follow him and some of his shows that, like from Gaia to his own shows. And when he was with Corey Good. And some of the stuff off the wall, but he did have towards the end. And I would follow him on YouTube. I mean, I wasn't watching him lately.
Did you hear his 911 call?
No, I didn't hear that, but I read the 911 stuff because I was like, what? And I go, why is it on 420?
And how weird it was, because Apparently, when he called the first time, he was telling them, "I'm sorry."
Yeah, I read it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then he said something because he called back, and he said something uh, that made them believe that there might have been somebody else in the house. And then when they got there,
But he did
they
say that you'll find me on the side of my house too.
yeah.
Yeah.
And when the police got there, he was alive still,
Yeah.
and they said that he had a gun in his hand.
Yep.
Well, he should know that that is not a way to approach police, anyways. But when the officer was on the radio, I did pay particular attention to one thing. The officer was on the radio and he was talking to dispatch, and he had just said something, and then all of a sudden you hear the officer say he just shot himself. I did not hear a gunshot.
Hmm.
And
Yeah, you
I
being a
listened to
police
it again,
officer, you would
and
be able to
and I
know.
listened, yes, and I listened to it again. He was outside. Had he have shot that gun, it echoed,
Yeah,
and
definitely.
that radio would have picked it up.
Yep. Yeah.
And I listened to it 5 times and put both my earbuds in, turned everything off around me, and I sat there, pushed them in, and listened 5 times. Did not
But
hear a
he
gunshot.
but he did die for real though. I mean, he
Yeah,
really did.
yeah,
And
but I'm
those
wondering how.
right. I mean, the sad thing is, you know, he probably he knew a lot anyways, but he
Oh, yeah.
probably had more and was just done and was probably gonna get ready to come out and spill some major beans, and they were
Yep.
like, nope, that's not happening. But the poor guy, got cut off from everything and everybody, and got put himself up in the middle of nowhere and barricaded himself in. And he did have people reach out and try to help him,
He
and
might
have
have
him come
been, but
stay.
see, he was also targeted.
Big time,
Now,
I know.
he
Yeah,
was targeted. So he had frequency targeting put on him like Tommy does.
yeah.
He would have people go into his house and move things around and do all kinds of things when he wasn't home. So he just stopped leaving. And
Well,
he
yeah,
did.
and then
He
he had
started barricading himself in the house so nobody else could come in,
black
you know.
magic
Yeah.
workers and all
Spiritual
the other
attack.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yep, spirit, demonic, a lot of demonic attacks and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, he just had the whole gamut. You name it, he had it.
But he was a very knowledgeable person.
Oh
And
yeah.
I think that he was probably getting ready to release a whole bunch of knowledge, and they took him out before he could, or he got taken out before he could. And I
And
think if nobody else did it to him, I think they drove him to it
well,
with all
that
the
that
frequency
happens.
stuff. And yeah,
You know
yeah,
that they have
yes,
that program and certain children that if you go to speak, the
yep,
program kicks in, and there's many survivors that have talked about it, that before
yep.
they started telling their stories, that their programs would kick in and they'd find themselves fighting against it.
Well,
So
the kids that they took and they put through this, I mean, it's like Tommy, you
yeah.
know, the people that they put through these programmings when they were younger, they really screwed their brains up, and they fragmented their brains. That's why a lot of them have alters, because when a child's brain gets fragmented, they have to have that Superman in their body.
Oh
Okay,
yeah,
so
God
that's
did
usually
that
one.
for protection,
Yeah,
because the kids that couldn't
exactly.
fragments, their brains died.
Yeah.
They couldn't. They died.
So, and I mean, you got Tommy, who I think that poor guy has been, his brain scans are horrible. His brain looks like mush, like
Oh,
it's smaller, compacted, like,
I
because,
know.
and that is from the damage that was done to him. And when he played football,
Yeah, I was gonna say the football too didn't help.
he always went head
Concussions. Didn't he have a
first.
couple of concussions from that?
Yep.
Yeah.
So with that and all the frequency stuff that goes on with him, it's really turned his brain into a lot of,
I get
ugh.
that. It's a high pitch sound. I get it. But I had it tonight. but I know that you also have power. I learned no consent, no consent, no consent. I say, and I
Right.
say, return to sender now, return, and it stops like that. It stops because they can't do if we give implied consent or unconscious consent, or if we do nothing, that's giving consent. So if you say, because like where I was last summer, I did write on a binder. And I knew that they found it too because I kept on breaking in my room. And I wrote no consent, but I stuck it in the back. And I heard somebody in the hallway say, "Oh my God, she said no consent." Yeah, yes, I did.
I was sitting here one day, and I'll get the occasional ear ringing, and they were ringing so loud. I turned around and I said out loud, that's a little loud for me. And it went down. And I was like, I was looking around going, what?
Oh, that person had a heart
What
then.
was that?
Oh, crap. Okay. I mean, we're
I
supposed to mess with you, but I care too. So-
Yeah, I did. It was the weirdest thing because I'm so used to getting the ear ringing here and there. When I get the deep tone, somebody next to us had an earthquake. And I'll find
Yeah.
out the next day that there was an earthquake, and it could be 2 states over. My ears, when I lived in California, oh my God, it was horrible because every time we were going to have an earthquake, I knew it before we had one because my ears went, oh.
Yeah.
And it was like, I'd get up, get in the doorway, and it would start shaking. So, but the high pitches I get on occasions. And that night, it was just so loud. And I don't know what I was thinking. I just said it out loud. I was like, that's a little loud for me. And all of a sudden, it just went down and it got quieter. And I was like,
Well, I have
what?
sometimes they'll send whatever and try to, I don't know, talk or something. I'm half deaf, legally half deaf in my left ear, but I can hear like muffling of stuff, whatever, and once in a while I'm like, you're annoying the crap out of me. I can't, it's not working. You're wasting your time. I can hear something,
Stop it.
but I don't know what you're
Just stop
saying.
it.
I'm a little busy.
They're like, knock it off. Yeah, I don't know. And some of the people that are targeted individuals, I mean, it's like I know some they believe in God, okay? But not to the point where they would ask for any help. Which I asked one time why. And that person told me because if he really cared, this stuff wouldn't be happening to me.
But it's called we're on a free will
We,
planet.
yes. And they said that it wouldn't have started happening when they were a child and didn't know any better. Which that's true. That is kind of true because a lot of time really small kids,
Yeah.
3 to 5 years old, a lot of them don't know.
Oh, I
But
did. I knew
but
Jesus, and I would
yeah,
cry.
and
As I
that
got
is
older, they would say to me like, "Ah, you're Jesus," and I gotta, But
right. But that's also like I think that all depends on also kind of like the family too. Because like I did that with my daughter. We went to church and we did this and that. Of course, now I know church is bullshit. Um, I can I do not need to gather in one place to learn what only they want me to learn when I can know the Father myself at home, sitting and reading books
well, they
and
have them
praying.
in the churches too. They're everywhere. So I mean, all churches aren't safe because
True.
I've met survivors that one from Michigan that I've talked with, and she's helped me, and yeah, her family
Yeah.
is a good Christian. Da 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 da. The Bible in and out, but
I'll tell you, sometimes I would go and dispatch for a cab company, and some of the worst people that I ever spoke with on the phone were the people that wanted to be picked up from church. They would call and say, hey, I need a cab at so and so. So, okay. And cabs would be tied up and busy. Take me 10, 15 minutes to get you one over there, which isn't a long time. If you wanted to be picked up sooner than that, you should have called before service was over.
Yeah.
I didn't tell them that, but so 5 minutes would go by and they'd be calling me back. Where is my cab? It's going to be on its way. As soon as it clears, it'll be clearing here any minute. Wouldn't even hang up the phone for 2 minutes, and they're calling again. Is this a service I'm going to get? I need to get home.
Well, you didn't learn
Maybe
much
you
in
should have
church,
took your
did
own
you?
car.
Well, there's some people, I mean, I've seen them where they're coming out of the churches honking their horns, and it's like, what? Did you not learn anything?
They're good while they're there, and they let it go when they leave.
It's called playing church, is what it is. Playing church, dress up. You get dressed up for that hour, and you play it, and then you're like a jerk the rest of the time.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, just like some of the Buddhists. I mean, I practice Buddhism and stuff. And the first time I went to one of the places here, all the senior students were hating on me and everything. And I'm like, wait a minute. I thought at least the Buddhists have compassion, you know? And I'm like, where's the compassion? I got more compassion than you do. And I'm not a practicing student for 20 years, you know?
Or they go to the grocery store, like around here, they'll go to the grocery store after that. And I've gone to the grocery store, and they're just the rudest people.
Yeah.
I mean, rude. You know, I'm in a wheelchair. I don't expect anything special. But when I need to grab something and there are two ladies all dressed up standing there having a conversation in front of it.
Oh, no.
And I say, excuse me. And they just look down at me and continue their conversation.
Oh, that makes me mad.
It makes me want to back my chair up,
run over
put on high speed, and just barrel right through them. Because
hit one of their little pedicure toes. Sorry.
I said, excuse me. You know, I was polite. I even waited. And I stood there. They looked down at me and went back to their conversation. I feel like saying, woman, get a cell phone and call them at home. I mean, what are you doing? Do you not have each other's numbers?
No, they don't.
Very rude. Very rude. And I try to be nice. You know, people that go to the store, like, you know, a lot of people take their little kids. And kids are really fussy when they go to the store. Okay? I always have Putin with me. And they'll look at Putin, so I'll kind of go up to him a little bit and say, you want to pet him? And, you know, they'll come and they'll pet him. And, you know, then they feel fine. Or if they're crying, I'll put him up there and they'll see him and they'll laugh. And then they feel better. And they stop crying. You know, some of the parents say, thank you. But other ones will look at them and say, come here, get away from that thing. Like my dog has a disease. My dog probably takes more baths than your kids. Okay.
Yeah, they're just bad parents.
Oh my God, is this what you're teaching your children?
Yeah.
No wonder why they're acting the way they are.
Yeah, they don't care. I mean, there's some that just, what is it? Well, they're just experienced, or I want to be their friend. You're not their friend. You're their mom, but you don't own them, but you're supposed to teach them morals and values and respect. So when they become 18 and they become an adult, we need some good adults in this world, not some a-hole. There's plenty of them around everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I told my kids. I'm like, I'm here to help keep you alive till you're 18, you know, to grow up, keep you alive, put food in your belly. I'm not here to control you. You know, I don't really own you. And I'm just your mom to guide you so you grow up to be a good adult, a kind, compassionate person in this world is what I wanted my kids to be.
Yeah. And
I mean, actually, they all three of them are, they're nice to people and they're kind, and that's
my
good.
daughter does kind things. Like if she sees a homeless person, if she goes to a restaurant, I had gone with her one time. We were going somewhere and we stopped at like a Denny's, and there was a woman that was homeless outside. My daughter actually had the waitress walk outside and ask her what she wanted to eat and drink
Nice.
and put it on her tab. And then when we walked out, my daughter gave her some money. You know, she was a nice little lady. But, you know, and she's not a bad kid. She just lost her way with her way of thinking once she went to college. That
Yeah.
just blew it all up.
My
That was
daughter
it.
kind of did too. But she's still kind to people, but she kind of, yeah,
Yeah.
went in some wrong direction, and I still love her for it, no matter what. And yeah, it breaks my heart, but it's
Yeah.
part of our propaganda world.
I mean, we're still their parents, and we have to love them no matter what they do.
Yeah. Oh, I
I mean,
do. I do. I just,
we can dislike them a little bit, but we still have to love
yeah.
them. You know.
Yep.
And
No.
my daughter does things for me, so you know too.
Oh,
And
mine.
she keeps
Blame.
telling me, here's the bad thing. She keeps telling me, Mom, I want you to move out here with me. Well, all the houses out there, and she's noticed because she's been looking to buy, they're all upstairs, downstairs.
Oh, yeah. That's not gonna work.
And it's okay if they have like a master bedroom and bathroom downstairs and then the other bedrooms and bathrooms upstairs. That would be fine. But oh no, all of them have got the bedrooms and bathrooms all upstairs.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
And to get into these places, now that's not a big deal. I can always have ramps made, but there's always steps outside to get to the front door. And I'm like, no, that can't work for me, you know? She
Right.
says, well, you know, if you come here now, we have the half bath downstairs and you could sleep on the couch. And when you need a shower, we'll take you out back and hose you up. I'm like,
Wow. Thanks.
I'm like, and you send me a thing today telling me it's 41 degrees outside.
Yeah. I don't think
That's
so.
awesome.
Thanks, but no thanks. Thanks for the thought.
Gotta take whore baths out there, you know, just kind of
Just hose her down.
just drive her to the car wash, leave the windows down. She'll be
Yeah.
all right.
Car wash.
Stick my head out there. The car wash thing comes by and slaps me in the face. Oh, I needed that scrubbing, I guess.
Stick you on the hood and drive you through.
Right? It's like, oh my, she doesn't think. You know, I can't do that. Then she says, well, will it be okay if you come down and visit for like a week? You know, we can figure something out. Now, I used to be able to, I don't know now, but I used to be able to get out of my chair and get on my bottom and use my leg and pop myself upstairs. And coming down, if I go too fast, I'll slide a couple steps. It's okay. It just gets me to the bottom faster.
Right.
But that was when I first lost my leg. And I was still real small. So it was easy for me. It was nothing for me to climb the steps that way. I stood up and hopped around without a walker and everything back then. But then when I went into that coma, my leg got weak. I got neuropathy in it. I had to build my muscle back up in that leg. So it just doesn't work like that anymore. And it's hard because, you know, when I go somewhere, I have to take so much stuff with me. You know, I've got to take all my medications. I got to take my shower chair. I got a billion things I have to take with me in order to be able to go out of town.
Right.
You know,
You need a
wheelchair,
mini trailer for your supplies.
plug in for the wheelchair, my plugs, my wires, my everything, you know?
Yeah.
So it's not so easy for me to just get up and go somewhere. And a lot of people don't understand that. And I don't really expect people to understand it because it's not them and they haven't experienced it. Me, I would have understood even before I lost my leg because I spent 10 years working in a nursing home. So I dealt with people that were missing limbs and different stuff like that. So I know that it gets a little hard after a while.
Yeah,
But
I've had neighbors and friends that have been disabled and other stuff, and it's just you have to have a conscience and
you
compassion
know,
and awareness of what other people besides yourself.
and I mean, I am still a pretty active person, but I'm almost 60 years old, for crying out loud. You know, there comes a time when it's going to be like, oh, I need to slow down some. You know, I really don't want to, but it's bound to happen.
Unfortunately,
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
I
you
don't
don't.
think so. I don't feel that way at all. I don't feel my age as far as feeling my age. I have things on me that hurt, but they hurt like my hips because I don't have a leg on this side, so I have nothing holding it down, so my hips are off tilt. So that causes a lot of pain in my lower back. You know, the neuropathy bullshit.
Well, I look at it that humanity is evolving because, okay, we're in our late 50s and stuff like that. I don't look it, I don't feel it. You don't look it, you don't feel it. But do you remember when we were younger, those in their 40s, the little old ladies had the gray hair, little
Yes.
men in 40s and 50 years old. They look like some of the people
Yes.
that are 90 now. And I
Yes.
just met a woman or seen her, she's 99. And I was looking at her hand, she barely got any wrinkles. And I saw her face and I'm like, no, no
Yeah.
way. 99. She's got a little walker, but she's at the workout place. And
I
yeah,
know that I know when I was younger, and my grandmother was my age, was 59, and she had real thin skin and her veins would show and all that. And I look at my skin and I'm like,
yeah. No, people are not. I mean, there's still some that are, because I mean, there's some our age, and then I'm like, how old are you? You what? You're like our age, and they look like they're 80, and I'm like, oh, geez, I don't know what happened
well,
to them
here's the
guys.
bad thing. All these kids that sit around in their house and they don't want to go out and work for a living and they don't want to go do things in life, but sit in front of those video games. Yeah, by the time they're 40, they're going to look like they're 60.
Yeah,
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 because they don't get out. They don't get out in the sun. They don't get out in the air. They don't feel nature. They don't touch grass, for crying out loud. Go touch grass. Get off of that computer. Go touch grass. I got 1 foot. I can still go touch grass. Okay.
yeah.
I
They're
mean,
like,
they just don't
nature's
do it.
touching me. Don't
I
make
know.
it touch
Tell
me.
somebody go hug a tree. They're like, ooh, there might be bugs on it. What?
I hugged a tree. And the other couple weeks when we had warm weather and I was able to go out and
Yeah, you're
do
like,
the
oh God,
hiking,
it's so good to see you.
I did. I was hugging a tree, and then when I was with the grandpa of our grandson, my daughter-in-law's dad, take him out, and I was hugging a tree, and somebody else comes hiking and looks at me like, ah, you hippie, tree hugger. And it's like,
It's like I'm not a hippie. I'm just hugging a tree because Mother Nature protects me.
it's
People,
energy. Even
yeah,
the
people
Native
don't know that.
Americans, when I was at the Star Knowledge, they're like, go hug a tree.
Yeah,
You get, it's part of Mother Nature. The roots are into the ground, and trees communicate all around the earth. They
and I think
communicate to
about
each
it.
other.
When we were
And
younger, I don't know about you, but I know when I was younger, we played outside in the grass and the dirt, and we played without shoes on. We were
oh, I never
barefooted all
wore
the time.
shoes. I got yelled at.
Yeah,
Now
I
they
didn't
call it.
either.
Now they tell people to go earthing, and I'm like, you mean barefoot?
Yeah. We used to call it barefooting now.
Barefoot.
Earthing.
Yeah, especially down south. I mean, I remember going down to see my cousins in Louisiana, and I'm like, "What? You don't have to wear shoes and groceries? Oh man, that sucks." Because I'd have to carry my shoes with me to go into the stores up here.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Then
You have to wear
Louisiana,
your shoes
no,
in the store. And that's for so they don't get sued. Because if anything had fallen down, a piece of glass was on the floor left somewhere and you cut
yeah,
yourself. It's like one time I used to have temporary custody of this other lady's baby. And we were in Walmart, and we were going down the aisle that has like the laundry soap and stuff. And we're just walking, and I had just handed the baby to Jack to put him in the car. I mean, just handed it to him. And there was clear liquid laundry soap on the floor. And boy, I'll tell you what, I phew up in the air and bam, landed. I'm glad I wasn't still holding that baby.
Yeah, really.
I don't know if I would have dropped him or not. Probably not. I probably would have hung on to him for his dear life. But, and boy, I'll tell you what, Walmart, they called me an ambulance because they didn't want me to move just in case anything was broken. They were calling the ER the whole time I'm in there to find out what all they were doing with me, what was going on when they were releasing me. They had that hospital paid, and I hadn't even made it home yet.
Don't sue us. We're gonna take care of you.
Then they sent me a check for like, I don't remember what it was, anywhere between $500 and $700. And the only thing that happened to me was, well, I bruised my pride real big.
Yeah.
And I think I bruised the back of my elbow. I kind of smacked my elbow a little bit. It was sore. But yeah, they were just like on top of this because, yeah, I could have sued the crap out of them if I would have actually broke something or what have you, because it was clear. I didn't even see it.
Yeah. Yeah, $500, $700 is just nothing to them, as much money as they make.
Right, exactly. And, you know, their floors are shiny because they always have the buffing people out there. But apparently somebody had done something stupid. The big things of laundry soap, how they have the spout on it.
Yep.
Somebody had taken the cup off apparently and jammed the button, and it leaked. And because it was clear liquid, had it been blue, I'd have seen it and walked around it, but I didn't see it because it was the clear. And yeah, boy, I went flying. Woo! That was a nasty little fall.
Kid did it.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, you want this to be funny? All right.
And there was another time, you know how when you let's say you buy grapes, right? And you have your kid with you, and the kid, you'll sit there and feed him a grape or two, keep him quiet. Well, apparently some kid had dropped a grape. Boy, Brenda found that damn grape.
Oh my gosh.
Then I'm going through a line. My mom used to tell me all the time I would trip on air. She didn't call me Grace for a reason. I'm going through a line to check out, right? And I look down, there's a grape on the floor, and I'm like, nope, not today. I'm avoiding that thing like the plague.
Fool me once, not twice.
Right? Them grapes are out to get me.
No, I don't go barefooting like I used to. You know, I mean, I do where I live. I don't have a problem, but now we got chemicals and all the other stuff. I just like, man, I don't know what I'd pick up running around with no shoes on.
So very true. I graduated when I went to Arizona and Nevada to flip-flops because, well, it was kind of hot to run around out there with no shoes on. You'd burn crap out of your feet, even on the grass. Yeah. But the flip-flops were nice, especially when the grass came up over it, you know, and then I'd slip my foot out of it every now and then. But I spent a lot of time like in the Colorado River. We used to get Sea-Doos, and we would go do that, or we would get inner tubes and tie them together, and we'd go floating down the river, end up in Lake Havasu. We would just float all off down there, didn't care.
Oh yeah, that's what we do around here. Michigan's got got the Great Lakes, but you got so many rivers, so many lakes. I mean, we're like considered the water state, one of the many water states, and it's a nice place when it's warm. I just don't like winter.
But nowadays you can't really go out and do much. You got people going to movie theaters, shooting up movie theaters. You got people going up to amusement parks, shooting up amusement parks. You got it's ridiculous.
I mean, don't go to those places.
Once again, somebody decided to come to Texas and try to carjack one of our elderly people.
Oh no.
And, well, he had his grandkids in the car. And he wasn't going to let this man take his car with his grandkids in it. And the guy had a gun, so Grandpa shot him. People need to understand. People in Texas carry. They don't leave their guns in their cars. It's too damn hot for that shit. It'd blow up. But they carry. They always have sidearms. Stop trying to carjack people in Texas.
Yeah.
We all have them. I have one on me anytime I leave this house. Sometimes I have two.
I live up here. I've been to Oklahoma, never been to Texas, but I was close. And I know better. I'm not that ignorant. I know better. If I went to Texas, I'd be like, hey, what you packing?
You may look at somebody walking around in Texas and look at their clothes and think, oh, they don't have anything on them. Don't ever make that assumption. Because they'll even carry them in their boots. Okay.
A farm town that the boys used to have their gun racks in the back of their pickup trucks, and they could carry the stuff,
They still do that here.
Well, now, I'm near. I'm near college. Well, I'm not in it. College. I'm just gotta watch what I say.
Yeah.
I'm near a college town. Let's put it that way.
Well, you can't.
I've learned how to censor myself. It's like, okay.
Yeah. You can't leave anything in your car, even if you do have racks and you put your shotguns up there, or rifles or whatever you put. You can't leave them there because people will break into your car to steal.
Nowadays you can't. No, like outside of this area, like a lot of people up north and everything, they all teach their kids how to shoot, and there's a lot of gun carrying people around. It's just where I'm at. And then good old Detroit, they're all over the news with
they hide all theirs because they get them illegally.
Yeah, they just got them. Don't matter how old they are, shooting up each other.
Then they ask them, where'd you find it? I found it. I found it. I found it over there in the grass.
They found a lot of them.
Yeah. It's interesting. I wish I could find mine instead of spending the money I spend on mine. Good Lord, have mercy.
Yeah.
Hi, Kiki. Are you here to say hello again, Kiki? She's like, no, I am here to push her out the chair.
Yeah.
It's time to go to bed, she says. Why are we not in bed?
Yeah, well, I kind of don't. I don't know. Maybe sometimes I sit on the porch and listen to the frogs, and it's when it's nice.
Hey, honey, I think you're getting too big to share that chair with your mom.
Yeah, she's full grown now. Stop biting me.
Yeah, mine turned 3. He think he's a grumpy old boss. Come here. You want to say hi? Oh, look at this. I just woke up here.
Good boy. Well, mine's nipping at
I just woke up.
Nah, look at you.
He says, I'm mad. Cute. Mommy just pulled me out of my nice, warm little new bed. Your breath stinks when you wake up. Why? Go brush your teeth. Says I'm gonna get back in my bed now.
I'll put you out.
Oh boy, she's just like, pay attention to me.
Yeah, she still has her phone too. Okay, we can make you leave because you're gonna keep on doing it.
We can make you leave. You are banished. Look at there, Kiki. See what you did?
Yep, she's been booted out. She thinks I'm going out the gate with her, and then I open up, she runs out like all, and then I shut it behind her.
And she's like, not again. I'm surprised she doesn't bark in the hallway because she wants back in.
No, my son's out there. He's probably doing work on his computer. So one of them. He's been busy at work a lot, so he has to bring it home too. And constantly.
Yeah. Well, we have been on here for an hour and 24 minutes. Chad did not show up,
No,
but we
I
want
didn't
to
get
let.
anything from him either.
No,
so,
I don't know. I hope he's okay.
yeah.
Eddie worries me sometimes. He said he's this week he was going to be out, doing stuff in his yard, but he would be here for the shows. But I hope he's all right because, like I said, I didn't hear anything from him, and I even tried to call him, and it just rang and rang and rang and went to voicemail. So I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. Maybe he got his days crossed. Today is Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not completely lost then.
Yeah. No, it's Tuesday. I worked Monday, so
Oh,
my schedule's weird because they got it like they go from, I don't know why they do this. They go from Wednesday is the beginning of your schedule. So Wednesday to Tuesday. I'm like, why can't you be normal and go like Monday through Friday instead of Wednesday to Tuesday? So I got that one figured out.
Yeah.
Except for my manager doesn't listen to me very well because I told her I can only work 3 days. She's got me on 4 again this week.
How old is your manager?
I don't know. I can't tell people's ages.
I mean, younger.
Except for, yeah, she's younger than me. Except for the one guy who I guess he must have just started. And I was like, wow, they hire at any age. He's a lot older. He's got gray hair, but he knows what he's doing. His name is Garage.
Garage?
Garage.
Like as in as in a car garage?
Sounds like it. Yeah. I've heard him calling him Garage, and I'm like,
that's gotta be his nickname. It's gotta be.
An accent of some. No, he's an elderly man. He answers. He has an accent, so it could be like a different, like garage or something. But to us, it's like,
Maybe
hey, Garage.
Russian.
Yeah.
Maybe he's Russian or something.
I don't know. But yeah, he's catching on, and I'm like, wow, he's catching on kind of quick because I've been there a month. I'm like, what's wrong with me?
You're just laid back, taking your time, girl.
You're busy doing something. They're like, do this and push this button and do. Excuse me, I've got my bagels over here going off. I'm trying to make a cappuccino, whatever, and a smoothie, and. I mean, I used to bartend, and now it's just like, man, this stuff is crazy.
Maybe you just need to have a couple of smoothies and hype yourself up before work.
Oh, I get free drinks. That's the bad thing. So I've been drinking too. I've been making my own espressos. And I do get smoothies if they make too much. I measure it wrong, and I'm like, pour it in a cup and go around the corner.
I had to taste this, make sure it was safe for you.
Well, we get free drinks, so that's a good thing. Yeah.
Well, we will be back Thursday. I do believe we're going to do the deep dive into the Shroud of Torah.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're going to do that. And then I think we'll also be live Saturday night. We're going to start doing something on these missing scientists and hope we don't get in trouble, but we'll see.
Well, a lot of other people have been talking about it, so
I laugh at it. I think that it's funny.
I didn't know it was going on since last year, but I don't.
Yeah, because you know why? They didn't want to say anything. They just saved it for now because they want us looking at other things.
Yeah, because like October 2025 is what they were saying, and November, and then it just went.
Ridiculous. So, but all right, guys. Well, we're going to get out of here, and we will see you guys on Thursday night at 8:00 Central, 9:00 Eastern, and we'll be here, and hopefully, we'll have Chad.
Yes.
And hopefully he'll be all right. We'll get him. So, but all right, guys, everybody, take care. Have a good rest of today and tomorrow. Be safe, because God only knows we have to do that. And please be kind to one another unless you absolutely don't have to. So you guys have a good night.
Good night.
You ever wonder what's real and what's just smoke in the wind? Down here in Texas, we've heard the whispers. They say a president fell in Dallas and the truth got buried with him. They say men walked on the moon, but some folks swear it was all lights and cameras. There's talk of secret deals in desert towns, of flying saucers hiding where the tumbleweeds roll. They say the truth is out there, but out here under these white Texas skies, we know the truth ain't free. It's locked up tight behind steel doors and silver tongues. So saddle up, 'cause tonight we're diving deep. Dust on the